Hey guys, it's me, Ichigo Musco, and today, of course, is Sunday, and really, by the sound of it, on my end, it's really Wednesday, because it is blowing out here in California. I mean, what else can I say? I mean, it's crazy. But anyway, today on the Tenkaichi Files, I like to point out something I'd like to debunk as of late. And I mean, I don't really usually do something like this, but I think it's time to debunk it. Where I'm going to debunk the history of the LP curse. Yeah. Now, mainly I've heard so many things about when an LPer seems to have gone bad. Most of their subs say it's a curse. Now, the thing here is, I've seen many LPers that actually that they say that when they were doing such a game in practice that they managed to get by faster, but when they actually do the recording of the actual part that they actually practice on, they do a very shitty job. Now, I like to debunk this on the grounds that there's no such thing as an LP curse, for one. Because if there was, well, I'd be fucking up too. I mean, really, I'm an LPer myself, and sometimes we get off days. Sometimes we don't want to deal with a game. So that's one reason I shall put it like that. 2, it all depends on how you feel. I mean, basically it's just that. If you don't do well if you do well in the practice run, but you do a sloppy job in your actual recording of the part you're doing, that only must mean one thing. It's all about the fact that you're kind of tired, which is quite understandable. I mean, I'd be tired too if I were to say go through the same thing that anybody else has gone through. Like if it were me and I did a game that I'm usually good at, but there's this one part that would mess me up, I wouldn't do it. I mean, the smart thing would be this. If you're going to do the same game, the smart thing you should do is really just have 2 files on hand. One as a practice file, another as for the main file you're going to use. Like for me, I'd use number 1 as my main file, number 2 as my practice file. And I will have a third set up just in case something happens. Like if a part got messed up and I really have to do it over. Because I actually have one for Super Robot Tyson D. And the thing is that it has 4 save files, so therefore I would have one for this file, one for this file. I would have one that I'm using now, one that I have on backup, and one that I'm just basically playing just to be playing. Now, like I said, like I said, there was one file that got messed up because of desyncing and everything else, so I will possibly do that today or tonight, most likely. But that goes beyond the fact that, you know, you should never say, "Oh, it's an LP's curse." No, it's not an LP's curse. It's not an LP curse. If you're basically having a bad day, for the time being, just don't mess with it. And you know, you're in a bit of a funk, so therefore, don't mess with it. It's just that simple. Just leave it alone for a while, and therefore, you know, things will turn out okay. Things always turn out better than they were before, because really, it's not as bad as one thinks it is. It's like, oh, I suck at one game. I don't know what to do here. Oh, blah 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 this, blah 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 that. Don't worry about it. I mean, really, it's nothing to be ashamed of. So that's why I debunk the LP curse. Because if you're just having a bad day or you're just tired, then it's bound to happen. That when you're tired, your gamer senses just basically just go, you know, just entirely to sleep. So basically, it's nothing more than you just saying that you want to actually, yes, I know, that you want to basically not try to do so much, but you want to get the part done. I mean, I've seen it before. Don't worry about it. That's why I say it's not really a big thing. And another thing is that there are parts in the game in which you will tend to get lost. And it happens, but you should look at it as a good thing. Because that part in which you can get lost, just stay in that one part and grind a few levels. Especially if it's an RPG, just grind a couple levels and just say, okay, I'm here at a part in which it's going to get stupidly long, so I'm going to cut this part out because of grinding and everything else. That's the smart thing. And then after that, you can just come back after you've actually found a way to get through this area. And at the same time, you know, not make such a big deal about it. Because the smart thing would be if I were to do a game in which it would have one part in which you're going to have a serious grind fest on, I'd cut that out. I'd cut that out really quick. Especially if you're going to get, if there's a tendency you may get lost, and you may, that's right, you may get lost. And I can tell you that right now. You may get lost in it, and you may not get lost in it. But there's going to be a lot of enemies to deal with. So, therefore, you shouldn't worry about it. I mean, really, it's not such a big deal to think, oh, well, it's just, you know, I don't know where I am. It's just as I said. If it's going to be like that, then the smart thing you should really do is, just for that part, if there's a way you can save or make a save for yourself, do it. You don't have to take it on right away. You can basically just cut half of that out because you're probably going to be building up on levels anyway. So there's no point in saying, oh, it's so long, it's so this, it's so that. I don't even try to do something like that. Really, I don't. And, you know, like I said, you know, don't worry about it. It's not such a big deal. I mean, I play I play RPGs most of my time because, for one, there are certain RPGs that I like to really get through. For the most part, that's what's on my channel anyway, is that mainly RPGs, nothing more. If I do a beat 'em up, it's like a rare instance that I'm doing a beat 'em up or a platformer. Any other game on my channel is just basically RPGs. Because it's like 70% RPG, 10% platformer, 10% beat 'em up. So it's like 80% RPG and 20% anything else, whether it be turn-based strategy or whatnot. And there will be the few instances that I show off something new, like say for instance Xbox 360 game or a Wii game or PS2, anything of that matter. That's like rare instance. So other than that, you know, I mean, that's how it is on my channel. But otherwise, I say this: don't call it a curse, because you're basically saying this: whoever is playing said game, like I'm gonna give an example. Big Fatty Plus is doing Pepsi Man. That game is terribly, 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 terribly hard, because you're basically running and you're trying to get over platforms. You're basically trying to get from point A to point B, and knowing that it's from Japan, that basically means it will basically kill you. I'm doing Bahamut Lagoon and the Super Robot Tyson series. Now, Bahamut Lagoon, it's one game that I know how to play, but the thing is, I've never gone as far as like the 13th chapter. Only because I've tried it once, so I'm familiar with the game. So it's like, oh, okay, I'm familiar with the game, I know what to do. Bam, it's just turn-based strategy. But still, it's what I know how to deal with the game. And it's the same thing with said Final Fantasy 3. I get into a bind in one area, and well, in a couple areas, but I don't call LP's curse on it. It's just, you know, I basically call it bullshit. I don't call curse, I call bullshit. Because basically, for some odd reason, when a certain boss or a certain monster seems to have a clear disadvantage over you, yeah, it's definitely called bullshit. It's not called LP's curse, it's called bullshit. And I'm pretty sure most of us has run into bullshit in any game we play, because that is that one thing that will channel our rage, and therefore it will happen, and there's no way around it, except if we have to cheat. Me, I don't mind cheating if it can get me around an area in which will most likely cause me to rage. Then yes, I'm going to take the move that which most other LPers wouldn't do. They wouldn't cheat. I said I would, because just for that one spot, yes, I will do that just to get over it. As if I gotta plow through it by some ways of illogical means, then that's me. But I mean, for anybody else, you know, they have their old play style, so I can't say anything else other than that. But for the LP's curse, there's no such thing. There's no such thing as an LP's curse. Because if there was, we'd all be fucked up by now. Because even the simplest games would be too hard for us to deal with. And on that note, yes, there are simple games that can have that kind of difficulty. I mean, I could say this. The last completed LP I actually did before my old computer crashed on me was Legend of the Ghost Lion. And yes, I had to cheat through it because basically everything could kill you. Everything could kill you. And you're working with a character that does not have armor, let alone anything else. I mean, the character is just one little girl working with a legendary spear and a whole lot of summons and usable items along the way. But other than that, I'm not condoning it as a terrible game. It's just the difficulty level of said game is stupid. The encounter rating is stupidly high. So therefore, this is to anyone who wants to do this game. If you want to do this game, by all means, you're gonna have to cheat. You're gonna have to cheat. There's no way around it. You're gonna have to cheat because you're gonna have to basically find levels. You can't actually gain experience because you cannot get experience. Only money alone. And only money will help you try to get more items and more weapons along the way. But aside from that, you know, you gotta do what you have to do. I mean, it's not a matter of pride, it's a matter of principle. That's all there is. So basically, that's how you debunk something like the LPer's Curse. You gotta find a way around your problems. That's the way you gotta do it. That's how I do it with some of the games I play. If I have to, I will go forth and cheat if need be. But if not, then, you know, I'm not. Simple as that. I mean, you know, that's how it is. That's how it should be. You know, if there is a problem, find a way around it, find a way through it, and find a way over it. That goes with video games. That's what you have to do. I mean, that's probably the only logical way you can do this sort of thing. But on top of that, you know, that's what you got to do. But I think I've spoken enough about debunking the LPer's Curse, because really, there is no curse. It's all about mood, attitude, and basically it's just that. If you are in the right mood, you can go far. If you're not in the right mood, you will not go as far as you'd hope. So on that note, I think I have said my piece about this whole issue regarding the LPer's Curse. Like I said, it happens to the best of us, so it's nothing to really worry about. So if you have any comments or anything regarding this, please let me know. Please say your piece, speak your mind, do whatever you like, please. I welcome opinions and comments. And of course, as always, I thank you for listening, for I am the Tenkaichi of Gaming, Ichigo Musko, aka PookieIzzy7, and this case is closed. Take care, everyone.